All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome once again to the Enhanced Sports Show. It's a little after 4 o'clock in the New York, New Jersey area. My name is Lou Tenor, and I thank you for joining us today. Remember, the number is 512-543-4662. I repeat again, 512-543-4662. And we'll be here just before 6 o'clock when Rizal McGee takes over his fine show. Don't forget some of our other shows. Betty Canley will be starting her new show on April 21st, as I said, from it's 8 to 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And don't forget Kevin Dixon's show on Monday nights, Just Us Sports. I believe that's from 7 to 9 p.m. or 6:39, depending on availability. All right. Oh, and if there's any new callers coming to the show, just to remind everybody that this is a group panel show, so there might be more than one of you on the same time. But hold your thoughts because it's first come, first serve with the questions. But don't worry, I will get to your comments as soon as the person is done. And I also want to apologize for last week's debacle with the technical issues. I apologize for that. It didn't go as smoothly as I planned, but hopefully this week will be a much smoother show. Oh boy, here we go. All right, so let me bring in my cast of thousands here, for cast of hundreds. We'll start with Steve Davidson. Steve. All right. Steve Kent. All right. Mike. My significant other. That one, Mike. That's Diane. And I think Jimmy's here. Thank goodness. Welcome back, Jimmy. All right. Well, let me tell you something, guys. I'll put it to you this way. Last week, what a week. I mean, what a week in the sports world. I can't even know where to begin. I mean, we had the NHL trade deadline. We had the NFL franchise tag deadline just passed up. We had records broken in the NBA, in college basketball, and probably something else I didn't even know about. I mean, what a week. If you're a sports fan, you picked a good week to be one. Right, Alex? That's okay. Hallelujah. All right. So, hey, where do we want to begin? I mean, we got yeah, of course. So, I mean, because we got so much stuff to do. I mean, first up, we're gonna like to. Well, maybe we should go with the NHL because the trade deadline has passed, and some people are probably happy about it, and some people are like, "What did you do?" If you get the point. Case in point. All right. Well, now we're not going to go through every detail because that would take forever. So we'll just run down one from the past week. All right. So starting with today. Starting with today. Oh boy. No, yesterday. I'm sorry. Yesterday, the San Jose Sharks acquired goalie Vitek Vanek as seventh round pick in the 2015 draft from the New Jersey Devils for goalie Capco Kanakin. Uh, Vanek was traded to the Sharks by the Devils. All right, group. Okay, Jersey group. I know what you're thinking. Why this happened? I know you're not too thrilled about it, but this is a time of year where they want to get their rosters together to make a playoff run. But right now, I don't. Hmm, well, I'll get to that in a little while. But right now, the Devils don't look like they're in playoff contention whatsoever. They had they lost again this afternoon. For those of you who saw the game against the Carolina Hurricanes, and right now, yes, they are. They are, unfortunately. So it didn't turn out to be as expected as they're falling, down by the wild card standings. Right now, they're about 7 or 8 points away from even getting close to that. So right now, it doesn't look good. And yeah, we have another one. The Devils trade for goaltender Jake Allen from Montreal. Source told ESPN, this is gonna be one crazy day. The Devils are sending a conditional third-round pick to Montreal, who are retaining 50% of Allen's $3.85 million salary. Yeah, Jake. Well, he's from Montreal, so we don't get a chance to see him much. Yeah, and everybody's saying, "Oh, Canada" right now. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay. There is retaining 50% of his salary. The draft pick could improve to a second round pick based on number of games played. Allen is now under contract through next season, now with a cap hit of 1.9 million for the Devils. Oh boy, pretty big stuff here so far. The Devils have a save percentage of 8.91 this season. Not very good. Vitek Vanek, Arka Schmid, and Nico Davis had the second worst mark in the league. And get this, guys, you Devils fans out there, the Devils have not, I repeat, not recorded a single shutout all year. Now, how do you think that's going to happen? If down the stretch and try to make a run for the playoffs. I mean, because I don't think with that kind of a with that kind of a mark, it's got a safe percentage. I don't think it's going to even make it to the postseason. So, hold it. Wait do I call your name? Wait do I call your name? All right, Mike, what's your thoughts? Since you happen to be one of the Devils fans around here, hello, Matthew. Go ahead. Thank you, David Bowie. Oh boy. All right, Diane, your thoughts with what's wrong with the Devils? Yeah, that's another problem. Yeah. Well, they were doing well just and this is just a season ago from when they advanced to the second round of the playoffs. And this season they just don't seem to have it. Well, every season is different. And now with the trade deadline, you gotta get rid of, some of your I think you should try to get some of your weaker players in exchange for better ones, but it doesn't always turn out that way. So that's a problem right there. And we only have about 18 games, 19 games to go in the regular season. And right now, the Devils don't look to be a contending playoff team. Jimmy, you wanted to say something, I think. No, fooling. Yeah. 'Em. No, you're right. It's not going to look good. And if you don't look good, we don't look good. Oh, no. All right, Steve Davidson. I know you're not a Devils fan, but any thoughts anyway? Right. That's a big one. That's a big cap. Think so? Steve Kent. All right, Steve Kent. Mm, yes. 620 and three. That doesn't make any sense at all. There's no logic in that. You trade a good goaltender for a you trade for a goaltender who belongs in the minor leagues? Oh, come on. No. Yeah. 620 and three. Oof. No. Maybe. I think they were. Yeah. 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 Ugh. No. No. So now the Devils have lost four of the last five, or I think four of the last six. And just when they were trying to, make strides, they just fell apart. And Kakinen and the other one's no. And with that kind of a record, a goal, and with that kind of a record as a goaltender, no, I think you just well, you sunk our battleship. Oh boy. Okay, now it is total reload. Total reload. Matt, any thoughts? Montreal, I think. Any thought? Any thought? Any thought, Matt? I'll get back. Yeah. Well, they haven't been that great like in the last decade. I mean, this was the first last season was the first good season they had in quite a long time. Now they just seem to go well back down a few notches. So just when you thought maybe that the Devils were gonna make another run at the playoffs, I think we can kiss that opportunity goodbye. Sorry to say. I mean, we still have about 4 weeks to go, but it's looking dimmer by the day. I don't see how it's going to improve with that amount of time. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Now, don't get me wrong here, guys, but the way I see it, it doesn't look possible. Okay, so ugh, not good. Ugh. Especially behind the Islanders. No, thank you. All right, okay, that's all right. That's not terrible. I mean, that's only. I mean, that's only 3 wins away, from that. But the other thing, the teams that other teams that start losing. But 6 points right now on March 10th is doable. Let's put that. It is. It is. I mean, it may be a bit difficult, but it can't be. It can be done. It can be done. Yeah, I know. Yes. Ooh. Too high, yeah. If you got rid of Allmark, your season is done, man. Yeah. If you got rid of Allmark, the Bruins season would be done. Forget it. Okay. Okay. Well, oh boy, you're right. I forgot that other secret weapon. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll discuss that later. All right. So, according to the Devils, they were close to signing a deal with Flames Jacob Markstrom last month, but that eventually fell to pieces. Sources say the Devils look to re-engage in trade talks in the summer to look for a number one goaltender to backstop their young core. The addition of Allen is viewed as a stopgap to shoulder stops from the Devils' young core, while the rest of the season while protecting their confidence and development. On a team that has not been in playoff contention for some time in Montreal, Allen won 15 games last season in 42 starts and won 3 of 4 starts this season. So, yeah, but I don't. This was not a good idea. This was not a good move for the Devils, and they got their work cut out for them. It is doable. They can still make it. Don't get me wrong, people. I'm not gonna wait the white flag yet, but the party might be over sooner than we think. Yeah. Sorry, guys. All right. So other trades that were in over the past couple of days, the Maple Leafs acquired forward Connor Dewar from the Minnesota Wild for forward Dmitry Obachenkov and a fourth-round pick from the 2016 draft. Also, yesterday, Thursday, the Rangers acquired forward Jack Rozovic from the Columbus Blue Jackets, the Columbus Blue Jackets, for a conditional fourth-round pick in the 2026 draft. The Golden Knights acquire forward Thomas Hardy, or however you say it, for a third round pick in the 2025 draft. I have some stories. Hurdle. Okay. That's a hurdle to climb. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. A third round pick in the 2027 draft from the Sharks for David Ernst, Edstrom, and a first round pick in 2025. In fact, I think I have some more stuff on Hurdle to mention here. Let me see if, yeah, I got someplace. I got someplace. Oh, yes, really? Okay. Yeah, you might be right. Yeah, I think you're right about that. That could be a problem. Yes. Yeah. 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 That's oh, they are. No question about it. They're gonna be a front runner again. I don't know if they're gonna make it all the way back to a Stanley Cup final and repeat, but they're gonna be a strong contender. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't exactly work that way. Yeah. Okay. I got it covered. All right. Everybody still there? Okay. 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 Somebody, I think, somebody just wire might have snapped. Hmm. All right. Okay. Okay. Maybe next time I'll do a roll call. All right. So moving on. The Rangers, okay. The Golden Knights acquired, I'm sorry, March 8th. The Winnipeg Jets acquired defenseman Colin Miller from the New Jersey Devils for a fourth round pick in the 2026 draft. That could be, the Jets are doing, marvelously well this year. The Sharks acquired goalie Devin Cooley from the Buffalo Sabres for a seventh round pick in the 2025 draft. And also the Flames acquired defenseman Nikita Oshnick from the San Jose Sharks for a fifth round pick in this year's draft in June. Also, as we mentioned, the Devils acquired goalie Jake Allen from the Montreal Canadiens for a conditional third round pick. Oh boy. The Panthers acquired goalie Mangus Hellberg from the Pittsburgh Penguins for a goaltender Ludwig Weber and a conditional seventh round pick in the 2025 draft. All right. Yeah. The Flyers acquired forward Dennis Gorbanov from the the Predators, for forward Wade Allison. But all this just in the last couple of days, too. Wow. The Flyers acquired defenseman Eric Johnson, that's Eric with a K, from the Sabres for a fourth round pick in the 2024 draft. Also, listen to this one, Steve. The Bruins acquired forward Pat Maroon from the Minnesota Wild for Luke Topolsky and a conditional sixth round pick in the 2026 draft. You got any thoughts on that? I thought so. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Tupper. Yes. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Mm. A little bit. Yes. Okay. Yes. Ah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You're probably right about that. All right. So anyway, I have something more on that. I have something more. Oh, let me get rid. Let me get rid of that. Let me get rid of that. Okay. Let me just. Yeah. All right. So anyway. All right. Can you also hear me? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Or just let me look here because I also have news on that one. Yeah. Because at 6'3", Maroon brings some much needed size and toughness for the Bruins' fourth line, and he also has three Stanley Cups, two with the Lightning and one with the St. Louis Blues. So that's going to be, yeah. How about that? Yes. Oh my. Oh wow. Just when you thought it was going to get simple, it gets more complicated. Yeah. Yes. Right. Yes. So anyway, getting back to Hurdle, he's going to the defending champion Golden Knights for David Edstrom at a 2025 first round pick. This was announced just before yesterday's trade deadline, which was at 3 p.m. Eastern time. In addition, the Sharks are sending a 2025 third round pick and a 2027 third round pick to the Knights, while also retaining 17% of Hurdle's salary. TSN reported the trade. Edstrom was the Knights' first round pick in last year's draft, 32nd overall. Hurdle, who signed an 8-year, $65.1 million deal at the end of the 2021-22 season, has 6 years remaining on this deal with an average value of over $8.1 million, as reported by Cap Friendly, which I don't think is very friendly at all. Oh boy. Yeah, okay. Cap Friendly knows the Sharks have used up all three of its slots for next season, as well as two slots for the 2026-2027 season. Hurdle is playing a long-term injured, and won't likely return to the Knights until the playoffs begin next month. No problem there. They'll be in there, no question. A 2012 first round pick, Hurdle became a fan favorite in the Sharks, so his move to one of the biggest rivals. It's going to take some time to get used to. He has 218 goals and 266 assists in his 11 season career and made the All Star team in 2020. Leaves the Sharks with, excuse me, fifth in goals, sixth in points, and seventh in assists. And Edstrom, who was a native of Sweden, was rated the Knights' top prospect last month by The Athletic. All right. So we got that taken care of. Yeah. Just when you thought it was going to be simple. Then again, when is it ever simple? Right? Right. Sure. Yeah. Like I said, yes. How about murder? I'm afraid you're right. I'm afraid you're right. Mm-hmm. Okay, moving on. Yeah, moving on to our side, the Rangers have acquired defenseman Chad Ruthwell from the Penguins in a move that'll have a that will have a move on an already strong defense. In exchange, Ruthwell, the Rangers are sending a fourth round 27 pick to the Pittsburgh Penguins. Ruthwell has one goal, three assists in 47 games. He's earning $800,000 this season and is set to become an unrestricted free agent when the season is over. The Rangers are set with their top six with the pairings of Adam Fox, Ryan Lindgren, K. Andre Miller, and Jacob Truba, Brendan Schneider, and Eric Gustafsson. What a list. The Rangers acquired forward Nick Peaton from the Minnesota Wild. Peaton has split the season with the Wild and the AHL squad. He has played 108 games with the Wild, Canucks, and Leafs. So I think our defense is about to get a little bit stronger. Any thoughts, Rangers fans? If they're already in the crowd. Yeah, I think you're right. Oh, I wanted to make something clear. Yeah, we got this new guy named we got this yeah, yes. Oh, yeah, yeah, right. Yeah. All right, I got a beef to pick with somebody here. All right, now, how many of you are familiar with this new guy in the Rangers we got as our forward, Matt Rempe? Ugh. I mean, this guy I think is going to be a troublemaker in the league. He gets fights in every game. Yeah, but the thing is, Alex, that if he gets, every time in a fight has to get ejected or whatever, that's not good for the team. So, I mean, this could be another Ty Domi in the league for all we know. I don't want that. That we don't need. We don't need another Ty Domi. Yeah, or is yeah, and, right, I know. Yeah, but he's gotta be careful too. Alright, so other moves, yeah, because I don't wanna see another, or some Max Domi for all I care. Ish. Alright, the Panthers acquire for Kyle Okay Pesco from the Sabres for defenseman Callie, Sagen and a conditional pick in 2024. The Hurricanes acquired forward Ingve Kuznetsov from the Capitals for a third round pick in the 2025 draft. Oh, Steve, your thoughts on that one? Yes, yes. Yeah, but I think, yeah, right. Mhm. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Yes. Yes. All right. So other news here. Oh, let me go back. All right. So the Rangers acquire for Alex Weinberg from Seattle from the Seattle Kraken for a second round pick in the 2024 draft in June and a conditional fourth round pick in 2025. Um, I do have some other Devils news here. I think I find this more enjoyable, maybe. Going back to March 1st, the Devils acquired defenseman Curtis McDermott from the Colorado Avalanche for forward prospect Zachar Bardnoff and a seventh round pick in 2024. So you did get something, Diane and Mike went on. So it's not all bad. Yeah. So yes, definitely. It doesn't have to be sexy. Ah, yeah, Lindbergh. I think so too. Okay. Uh, James, hello. And let me take a guess. Dana, hello, Washington. You're there. Oh, oh man, you got to fix that. All right, Jimmy's back. Oh, okay. And all right. So, any thoughts on the hockey trade? On the hockey trade deadline, James? Nada. Okay. Yeah, you're more of a football guy anyway. So we'll go to that right now as the franchise tag deadline has now passed. Like I said, we can't go through everything, so we'll just do the best we can. Okay, the Jaguars have placed their non-exclusive tag on Josh Allen on March 5th. Allen will earn $24 million on the tag in 2024. The pass rusher racked up 17.5 sacks and 33 quarterback hits in 2023. Oh boy. Say goodbye to the. Yeah. Ooh. Now not tagged. Oh wow. This is gonna hurt. Saquon Barkley was not franchise tagged ahead of Tuesday's deadline and is now sitting free agency. And just when you thought that him and Danny Dimes were getting along, no. Oh boy, that's going to be something. I thought those two were going to be the dynamic duo of the Giants. Boy, was I wrong about that. Turns out they're not getting along at all, and he wanted out. So, I mean, because together those two, they made the Giants for that playoff season that they had back not that long ago, and all of a sudden now it just crashed and burned, as we say. So it's not going to look good for the Giants, coming for next season. At least I don't think so. Oh, yeah, because he's got permission to talk to them, as well as the Pittsburgh Steelers, though. So let me no. So, anywho, before that giant deal was made, he has been granted permission from the Broncos to speak with teams ahead of the official release. A report on Thursday noted that one team, now two teams, namely the Steelers and the Giants, are interested in speaking with them. The Pittsburgh Gazette reported that the Steelers are planning to meet with Wilson before free agency gets underway, which is on Wednesday. That's right, Wednesday. Wilson will be released once the new league year begins. Jerry Dulac of the Gazette reported last month the Steelers were not expected to be interested in Wilson or other outside additions such as Justin Fields, Kirk Cousin, although he's not my cousin or your cousin, oh boy, and Ryan Tannehill. But it appears that has changed, and now reports that Wilson has had conversations with one other team this week, namely the Giants. So that may explain why the Steelers are trying to move quickly. Yeah, I would think so. I knew something. I knew something. I smelled a rat. Okay, Kenny Pickett. Yes. Yes. Right. Yes. Right. Yeah. I paid the fool did that too. Yeah. I paid the fool. Oh boy. Yeah. All right. Kenny Pickett, Kenny Pickett remains on the roster with the Steelers, and General Manager Omar Khan said there's interest in re-signing Mason Rudolph, the Red quarterback, but a Wilson pursuit signal a change of direction is on that front. Okay, so this is going to be very interesting with Wilson. Okay. Tyler Henry and the Patriots have reached agreement on a 3-year deal for him to return to the team that I refer to as them. Henry was on pace to be the Patriots' leading receiver before sustaining a knee injury on December 17th in a loss against the Chiefs that cost him the final 3 games of the season. He finished though with respectable numbers: 42 catches, 419 passing yards, and 6 touchdowns. 6 touchdown receptions. Excuse me. A team captain last season, Henry was scheduled to become an unrestricted free agent after playing in New England for the past 3 seasons. Before the injury occurred, Henry said about how proud he was they had not missed a single game since signing the 3-year deal with the Patriots back in 2021, March of 2021 to be exact. Henry spent the first 5 years of his career with the Chargers, and was one of the knocks of his durability. I was injured a lot in my career, early in my career, and could not catch a break. I had a lot of major injuries, and it was hard, and I could not stay on the field, Henry said. I take a lot of pride in being available and being consistent as I am. Henry played in 75% of the offensive snaps over his 8-year career. He has played 103 games, totaling 329 catches for 3,583 yards and 38 touchdowns. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, yes, yes, yeah. Jimmy, welcome back. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, yes. Huh? Yes, you too. Yes. Um, Before we go back to any more news, Diane, you want to do your trivia now? Please do. All right, speak up. Oh, it has to be the Mouse of the Palace. Yes. Yeah. I think he broke several bones in several places. Broken bones. Really? Okay. Hmm. Well, broken bones would have been my guess. Yeah. No. All right. Okay. Anything else? Oh yeah. Oh, all right. Yes. Eek. All right. Anything else, Di? Okay, go, go. I think they bounce the same, to be honest with you. No. Warmer? Warmer? Yeah. Well, that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. All right. So now back to the news. All right. Thanks, Di. I was. Oh wait, no, Steve. Anything in the wrestling department or UFC you want to mention? Anything? Yes. So, Gerald. Right. Okay. Right. Okay. Okay. Um, yeah. By the way, Steve, I got some news for you. The Commanders have made their first key offseason signing and reunited offensive coordinator Keith Kingsbury with one of his former players. The Commanders recently signed tight end, remember this, Zach Ertz on a 1 year deal. What do you make of that one? Yeah, but Steve, yeah, yes, 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 right. Okay. I thought, yes, and his wife was not bad either. Yes. Now wait a second. Hold on. I got somebody. I don't know if this is. I think I might know who this person is, but just for the record, let's just see. For the record, watching, would you state your name, please? Oh, Lady T, how are you? Guys, for those of you who don't know, but Steve does know, she does a wonderful show twice a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Uh, Lady T, what was the name of the new show again? Speak on it. Right. Thank you. Great show. I was a part of it the other day. It's a great show. You're gonna love it. All right. So, yes, Steve. So, to continue on with the article I was just mentioning. Uh, so anyway, he's now in his 13th year with the league. Signed a contract that would be worth up to $5 gazillion, 5 million. The NFL Network reported the move. He's played in 3 seasons for the parts of 3 seasons for the Cardinals, including 20 games with Kingsbury in the 2021-22 seasons. He's played in 7 games for the Cardinals before heading to the injured reserve list with a quad injury. Yowza. He asked for his release a month later. He was signed to the Lions practice squad a week before the NFC Championship game, but was not on the active roster. Which, if he was on the active roster, maybe they would have held on that lead and won the game. You know, that's what happened there. Right, guys? Right. Not for nothing either, but yeah, but not for nothing. But I think they should have signed him before the NFC Championship game, and that would have been maybe a bit more of an advantage to Detroit. Yeah, yeah. So, Lady T, let me ask you, what do you think of Ertz coming to your Commanders? Okay. No, you're saying it wrong. You're saying it wrong. You're saying it wrong. You have to say it like in the commercial. We've been robbed. Uh, yuck. Hey, we got a good guest here, ladies and gentlemen, former major league player Jimmy Driscoll's on the show. Jimmy, how are you? Uh, yeah. So what are you thinking with your Red Sox for spring training so far? Yick. That's not good. Yes, yes, yes. Right. That's what you gotta do. You would believe that, don't you? Right. Well, who do you like this year, Jimmy? Uh, in the like, yeah, well, you follow the American League East, of course, like I do. So who do you think is gonna take the American League East? Jimmy? Yeah. I know why I like this guy. I know I like this guy. He's been here before, and I heard that. Orioles, I'll take the Orioles. That's not a bad move. The better. Yeah, yeah. All right, now I got rid of. Oh, one more note here before we go on. The Sharks the Sharks trade Anthony Declare, the Lightning. One at a time, guys. One at a time. I know I got here. Oh, okay. And is that you, Steve? Okay, I thought someone was up. Wow, what a crowd here. Oh boy. Yeah. Okay, and the Sharks declare made trade Anthony Declare to the Tampa Bay Lightning. The Sharks made the first what could be many deals ahead of the noon deadline from yesterday. The yeah, the Sharks are saying forward and declare a 2025 seventh round pick and the Lightning for Jack Thompson and a 2024 third round pick. Declare was scratched from Thursday's game against the Islanders, signaling that a trade was near. Well, that's a sure sign right there, folks. Declare was in his first season with the Sharks after spending the last three seasons with the Panthers. The Sharks originally acquired him on July 1st year. Steve Loretz at 2025 first round pick. Okay, now guys, are you ready for the most ridiculous item of the week and maybe of the year? Guess who's making a comeback? Mike Tyson's getting back in the ring. Yeah, I don't think so. Oh, come on. At his age, yeah. I don't know. Don't you think by now he's probably out of it? I mean, he's 98 years old in boxing years for number one. I have. I know. Yeah. At 58 years old, I don't know. All right, so let me up to date you guys on this, okay? Let me up to date on this, all right? Okay. Former heavyweight boxing champion Mike Tyson, yes, that Mike Tyson will enter the ring as he takes on YouTuber Jake Paul in an exhibition match or the comedy of errors, as it may seem. The fight will be shown on Netflix in July and only Netflix. Sorry, guys. Oh, I can stream that. Tyson at 57 or 399 boxing years will face Paul in the AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Hey, Gerald, how about that? Right in your hometown? Yeah. Welcome to Jerry World. Oh no. Um, okay. Yeah. Okay. So let's see here. The fight will take place on July 20th. The announcement was by Netflix and MVP Promotions. Tyson said he was looking forward to fighting someone 30 years his junior, um, and insisting that he was impressed by Paul's performances in the ring in his boxing career, although fledgling in that it is. He has grown as a boxer in recent years, so this should be interesting going up against me, said Tyson. Paul fought in the undercard of Tyson's last outing, which was an 8-round exhibition match against former middleweight champion Roy Jones Jr. It's the last chapter, which internet personalities fight each other, or one goes up against a boxer who is way past his prime. Jake's brother Logan even played a key role in the trend when he fought and lost to Floyd Mayweather in 2021. A shame of a matchup as it was. Jake thought he made a name for himself, and Jake, though, has made a name for himself as he's now improved to 9-1 with 6 knockouts. Okay, he's not the joker he once was, but still, Tyson was one of the most ferocious heavyweight boxers in the history of the sport, reigning as the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world between 1987 and 1990, and was the youngest heavyweight champion at 20 years old. But guys, seriously, do you really think that Tyson can still have it going up against, Jake Paul, who's 30 years younger? I mean, this can obviously. I have at his age, right? Uh huh. Yes. Right. Hey, Jake Paul. Yes. Yeah. Right. Okay. Okay. Uh, you're right. Any thoughts, guys? Okay. 2 rounds, huh? Okay. 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 All right. Well, yeah. Yes. Right. Okay. Well, I have Jimmy Driscoll still here. I want to turn some baseball news. Eddie Rosario and the Nationals have agreed to a minor league contract with a non-roster invite to spring training. A person familiar with this situation told the Associated Press on Wednesday, and because of the Associated Press, I believe it. The deal is pending, of course, completion of a physical, a successful physical at that. Rosario, who bats left-handed, has played 9 seasons with the Twins, Guardians, and Braves. He has 159 home runs and 548 RBIs. He started most Braves games last season, left field with 21 home runs and 74 RBIs while batting 255. But the Braves, who led the majors in home runs last season with 104 wins, declined his $9 million option. Now, why would you decline that? That's good money there. You're throwing that away, man. Jeez. So anyway, Rosario was a star on the Braves in 2021 World Series team, and during the NLS against the Dodgers, he had 3 home runs and 9 RBIs and claimed the MVP honors. Rosario could bring some much-needed power to the Nationals' weak hitting lineup. The Nationals also went in the offseason in search of left-handed hitters. The Nationals hit 151 home runs last season, the second lowest in the majors, less than half of the Braves with 307. The Nationals haven't done anything really at all in the last 4 or 5 seasons since winning their only World Series title in 2019. All right, Steve, your thoughts on the Nationals and they getting Rosario? You really think so? Come on, be honest. Be honest. Yeah. Yes. Oh wait. Yeah. Jimmy Driscoll. Your thoughts? Yeah. Right. Oh, yeah. Keep it going, guys. We're doing a great show here. We got our highest total of the year so far. Let's keep it going. Okay. Wow. Okay. All right. Yes, we were. We were just talking about that. Let's, all right. All right. Gerald, we'll do it right now. Go ahead. Okay. Hmm. All right. That's fine. Oh, I know I wanted Jimmy in here for about the Dodgers. Okay, Jimmy, you're gonna love this one. The Dodgers have moved outfielder Mookie Betts to shortstop, set by manager Dave Roberts, ahead of yesterday's spring training game against the Reds. Betts was penciled in at shortstop while Gavin Lux handled second base. So now Betts will be the shortstop position on a permanent basis. Uh, so what do you make of that so far, Jimmy? Yes. Yes. Uh-huh. I remember. Certainly. Yes. Yeah. Um, yeah. What did I hear Roger? Did I hear Roger Barron's voice or no? Okay, maybe I just imagined it. All right, so continuing on. All right. Oops, I think I lost. So Yeah, but I think he's going to do well with that. I mean, it's just a position, so I still think he's going to do uh, fairly well with that. Moving on, let's right. Yeah, yes, unreal. How do you go from 32 to 10 to that? Yeah. So anyway, what happened here was the first ball that was hit toward Bez bounced off his glove and leaped to the outfield as it made an attempt to backhand it. Two batters later, Lux and Betts attempted to make a double play, but bounced the throw to first base, and the runner was able to beat that throw. The game was called in the sixth inning due to rain as the Dodgers won 4-zip. This is something I know that Mookie did not expect, and we didn't expect either, said Roberts. Just 2 weeks ago, Dodgers general manager Brandon Gomes was certain that Lux would be the shortstop. Now, with 12 days and counting before the season opener against the Padres in South Korea, plans have changed, and Bez will take over the position. I should say changed dramatically. How do you like that? Hmm. Okay. For football news, I wish Betty was here. Uh, the Cleveland Browns have bolstered the rotation by adding wideout Jerry Judy, fourth cousin of Judge Judy, in a trade with the Broncos last. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I had to do it. Guilty. Okay. The Browns will send a 2024 round pick. Okay. We'll send a 24 sixth round pick to complete the trade that cannot officially be completed until when the new league year begins on Wednesday. There's always a catch, folks. The Browns have been is hold it. No, don't be sorry. Well, yeah, of course. Yeah, right. Yeah. Hmm. Okay. I got to move on, though, guys. Oh, Roger is here. Okay, Roger, are you there? Greg? Good. Well, we're going between baseball and football right now. So I do a basketball, no, because there was history made um, this past week as LeBron James made history last Saturday night, becoming the first player in NBA history to reach a total of, if this guy's 40,000 points. It was done in the Lakers home court against the defending champion Nuggets last week. LeBron entered the game using a mere 8 points to catch 40,000, and the magical moment came early in the second quarter. What a shock! The shot itself was a driving layup to push the Lakers lead, and the Lakers home fans in a joyous celebration. Well, I can't say I blame them. Yeah. Okay, last season. Well, hold on. Last season, LeBron became the league's all-time leading scorer, surpassing the one and only Kareem Abdul-Jabbar at 38,387 points. When the historic moment came, the game was briefly stopped so the Lakers could hold the ceremony where there was none when he passed the all-time scoring record. That's true. I wonder why they didn't do that though. If you want to get technical about it, I know some of you will. LeBron did pass that mark a long time ago. If you include the postseason, LeBron now has over 48,000 points in the league across 2 decades. LeBron has scored, listen to this, guys, 8,020 points in the playoffs alone, and that's 2,000 more than Jabbar ever had in the playoffs. So he now holds the record for most regular season playoff points combined. But now the question comes, as usual, of who is the better player? Is it still Michael Jordan or is it LeBron James? I mean, that debate I think is still coexisting right now. So is LeBron better than Michael Jordan? Steve, we'll start that with you. Wait, one at a time, one at a time. All right. All right. Okay, let me go in. Let me go in order here. James Jimmy Driscoll. Is LeBron the best, or is it Michael Jordan? Yeah, yeah. Roger. Is LeBron the best of all time, or is it still Jordan? Yeah. Hold it. Wait a minute. One person at a time, please. No, I'm not gonna go that far, guys. I'm not gonna go that far, but just one person at a time, please. Uh-huh. All right. Okay. Anyone else have that? Anyone else agree? Let Roger finish. Okay. 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 Mike, James. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. I'll give you that. You got to factor in that too, because I've had that same, in my area, in my era too, of who's best. Was it Kareem? Um, was it Jordan? Was it even somebody would say Shaq? But that's a different story altogether. So it does, I think, vary from generation to generation. So we could be right about that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, yeah, yes. Right. Yeah, that's true too. Hmm. Yeah. Go ahead. Okay. Good for you. Yeah, yeah. Right. Okay. I want to turn over to some women's basketball now, and you'll understand why in a minute. I'm sure those of you who've been following the last couple of weeks know why. All right. So anyway, to begin with, first up, yeah, yeah. As you probably all been following, Caitlin Clark breaks the all-time college basketball scoring record. It was just before the first half ended. She took two foul shots at the basket, shoot basket to end on the half. And I know it was a bit anticlimactic when she hit on the foul shots, but still, to break the record is just phenomenal. So anyway, she surpassed Pistol Pete Maravich's all-time scoring record. The historic moment came during the game against Ohio State in the regular season finale because the women's game ends their season a week earlier than the men's. Uh, she said, "I'm just soaking in right now, and it won't hit me till later. So I'll just enjoy the moment with my family, friends, and teammates." Maravich scored 3,667 points at LSU from 1967 to 1970. Averaged 44.2 points per game. Clark entered last Sunday's game 18 points away and surpassed the mark before the half at the 3-throw line. But remember, during Maravich's era, there was no three-point shooting in that day. That was only, I think, coming in the late 70s or early 80s. So if the three-point line was invented then, it might have been a lot more. So just to be clear on that. Clark led the nation in scoring at 33.2 points per game, 8.7 assists. She finished with 35 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists and 6 rebounds, and 3 steals. It was her 18th game of the year with at least 30 points. But there is also another argument that in the NIWA, where that league is, that there was another person that scored over 4,400 points. But Clark still has the record for NCAA. So congratulations on that. So with the WNBA draft, what kind of an impact do you think she's going to make on the WNBA once she goes to say like the Indiana Fever, which had the first pick in the draft? And I think she's going to go there. So what kind of an impact do you think that Caitlin Clark is going to have on the WNBA? Is this been what the league has been looking for? This is a freebie, so anybody can answer. Bo, answer one at a time, please. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And I still think with the league season coming in late, starting in late May, I think it's going to be a very interesting season. I am sure to be keeping my eye on this. She's been a great player, but stick to basketball and don't do any more singing in commercials because no, especially in State Farm. Okay, to an extent, maybe to an extent. Yes. Yes, you gotta look at the stats. I got some more WNBA news. You gotta love this. Now, I know a lot of people really don't follow, but you guys are probably familiar with the Vegas Aces, right? Those of you, all right, those of you who follow WNBA. Well, the two-time defending champion have, get this, sold out the entire season and becomes the first team in WNBA history to do that in the history of the league, which is now 28 years. The Aces will host 19 games of the 40 games this season at the Michelob Arena, which holds about 10,000 fans. With 8,600 season ticket holders to offer the Aces, they sold an estimated 40% of them for the lowest price of $200. Single game tickets will be available. The Aces 2023 title by New York Liberty was the first team to win back-to-back titles since the LA Sparks did 20 years ago. I remember that. The Aces will open their season on May 14th against the Phoenix Mercury and will look to become the first ever three-peat champions in the league. I don't know if that's going to be, a three-peat, but, I mean, they're still going to have, a good season on them. But, of course, with Clark coming in, I think they're going to be in a run for the money. So this could be a very interesting season for Vegas. maybe in New York too, and all around the WNBA. I think it's going to be an exciting year for the WNBA in general, guys. What do you think? I mean, Vegas is going for history. Clark is the all-time great college player, men's and women's. So this is going to be a very quite interesting year in WNBA once it begins in May. Any thoughts? Oh, they will. This is going to cause an uptick in revenue, and I say that loosely. There'll be a major uptick. Yeah, yeah. I hope so. I hope. Yeah, yeah. It is. She does. Oh, oh. You know what I wanted to do. There's something I do want to do with college basketball, and this particularly involves the Big East. Ready, Mikey? And Roger? Oh wait, Roger doesn't follow college basketball that much, but you'll understand what I mean in a minute. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the Big East standings here. Now I normally don't do this in the second show of the month, but this is the last week of the regular season college basketball, so I figured, hey, why not? All right, so we're gonna go to the Big East conference. We're not gonna do all of them, though. Okay. All right, so here we are. Now UConn plays tonight, the 8 o'clock match. Right now, Marquette and Xavier are playing, and the UConn is playing Providence. Okay, it's not gonna be that big of a loss for UConn if they do lose to Providence, yeah, because they're kind of like shaky. They're only 10-9 in the conference with just a slight above 500 record. What I'm really concerned about though is Seton Hall. Yes, they're fourth in the conference, 12-7, but they were better. Like say before they had their first loss to Creighton, which I can't stand, and coming into like January and early February, they were on like a little bit of a downward turn, and they couldn't recuperate for like about 2 weeks or something. Now they're seem to be getting slightly better, and but I think the best they're maybe going to do is like say fifth, saying if Marquette wins, which they're playing right now, they're losing right now, thank goodness. So with the win tonight, maybe they can sneak into about maybe 13-7. Both be 13-7 in the conference if Marquette goes on to lose and Seton Hall wins. So this can be very interesting when it's starting on Wednesday. Question is, does Seton Hall need to win the title, the Big East title outright, to get into the tournament? And if they do get in the tournament, the big tournament, where do you think they'd be seated? All right, so Mikey, I'm going to start that with you. You think that high? Wow. Hmm. Let's say 14, Alex. I don't know. I think seven's too high, but I think 14 is too low. To be honest here, I mean, I've seen teams with like 21-6 records and whatnot or something like that, and they managed to get like a 10th or maybe even a 19th. I think 13 and 14 is too low. I mean, it's not like it's like Fairleigh Dickinson. Oops, sorry guys. Oh boy. Yeah, but first things first. First thing to win tonight, but I think it should be a fairly easy win because they're playing DePaul. So I think they're gonna have. I think this could be a very easy win for the Pirates tonight. If not, then and again, all theories thrown out the window. Yeah. Well, let's put it this way, Roger. If they lose tonight, all theories are going out the window, and I'm going to look stupid for next week's show. First of all, so let's get with this first thing out of the way first. And they're going to start playing on Wednesday. I'm not sure what the schedule is yet. That'll be determined after tomorrow's games and whatnot. So we'll just have to wait and see. But I'll keep my eye on posted to see when actually the time they're going to play and their opponent. We'll figure everything out after tomorrow's regular season finale. Well, it's hard to believe though. It's the regular season's already over. I mean, here we are into March. This is the 10th show of the year already, and this season's just flying by. Oh, that reminds me. For those of you who weren't there last week but know about this, that last week I celebrated my 300th show as host of this program since taking over in January of 2018, minus the substitute shows. And there's people I want to thank. Yeah, I mean, Mike and I don't know about popular, but thanks. We have another caller. Thanks. But let me finish because this is important. There are people I want to thank because of last week's debacle, I didn't get a chance to tell everybody to thank you. So I want to thank Mike and Diane who've been with me from the beginning, even before I went national. I mean, because I did local with Eric, who I also want to thank. Because he helped, he got me through this, he got me through it. I did it on a whim. 11 years ago, thinking, well, do I have a shot? Well, I think my dog could do better than you, but I will give you a try anyway. So Eric, who passed in 2020, I owe a great debt of thanks to because he's also responsible for this. Kevin Dixon, of course, and Betty Cantley, who discovered me for the national podcast, and like a big sister to me. She really has. And Kevin, of course, who's been on my side as well. Thank you. And to a dear friend out in Boston, her name is Sandy Kaneko, who always believed in me to go for my dreams. And I've done it for the past 10 years, and I owe her a great debt. I owe her a great debt of thanks. She's also responsible for helping me do this. She is wonderful. Okay, did we get another caller? Because I see a caller here, but I don't have the number or location. So, when you say your name, please, it's right next to the Yeah, is someone else there? Oh, yeah, a wireless. State your name. Wait. Hold on. State your name, please. State your name. Oh, great. Okay. So we've been going all around. We were discussing women's basketball. Do you have any thoughts on women's basketball, WNBA, and the up and coming arrival Caitlin Clark coming in the WNBA? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I know. I say that next. I say that next year. Oh, by the way, she also had another record. She also has the most 3-pointers, I believe, now in college basketball history, surpassing Stephen Curry when he played his college days. So it's another honor for Caitlin Clark. Wow, he's amazing. Can't sing. Yes. Oh yeah. 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 Because the college, if I'm not mistaken, here. If I'm not mistaken, guys, the college 3-point line was invented, I think, in what the 83-84 season. If I'm right, well, it was sometime in the 80s. It was after the NBA did it. So I think it was like 81, 82 season or 82, 83 season. So even though that there was no, yeah, but if the 3-point line was invented, then Maravich would have had a lot more points. Yeah. So we should. I don't know if we should take that into account or not. It may seem irrelevant at this point, but I believe in giving credit where credit is due. Okay, back to the men's side. Jalen Bruson, who had to be held off the floor on Monday and Sunday's game with a knee injury, provided a devastating setback for the Knicks, who beat the Cavaliers. However, it just looks to be a scare, as Coach Tom Thibodeau said after the game. that Bruceson suffered a knee contusion and x-rays were negative. As it was, he did play back in the game last night, and the Knicks put on one great game. Oh, yeah. He bumped knees, said Thibodeau. That's what happened. He got the x-rays and was examined by doctors. Everything was negative, and they said we'll see what happens later. Bruceson, not a bad score, 27.2 points per game, and has been carrying the Knicks during injuries last month and was injured in the first possession of the game. Not good. Coming off a screen, Bruceson rose for a jump shot near the foul line when he appeared to feel pain on liftoff. He shot an air ball and landed before stumbling and dropping to the floor near the three-point line. Never a good sign. Bruceson stayed seated while play continued before he got up and limped over the sideline, where again he went down obvious pain. He was helped off the court and escorted to the locker room. It was not clear right away when Bruceson was injured. He was not touched by the Cavaliers' Isaac Okoro on the jumper. Replays show that he did bump knees with Knicks center Isaiah Hartenstein early in the possession. Bruceson did not return to the bench and was not seen after the game. And the Knicks played the Hawks I think it was Wednesday night. Bruceson, an elite scorer, has been carrying the Knicks, who have been without stars Julius Randle with a shoulder injury, Mitch Robinson with an ankle injury, and OG Anunoby with an elbow injury. All three players went on the road trip and are expected back soon. But I'm glad to say that Bruceson is back in the lineup as of last night, and the Knicks are back in the winning column again, because we're going to need this now, as they have now sunk to, I think, fifth in the division, and now at this point would not have home court advantage, but still with a decent record. But we do got to watch out for them. Oh, Steve Davidson, I got news for you about Ovechkin. The big O is now at 840 in his career and added an assist in a 6-0 shutout over the Penguins on Thursday night. His 2 points pushed him past Hall of Famer defenseman Paul Coffey. Ooh, that says something. Ovechkin is now 15th on the all-time points list, 1 point behind forward Mark Recchi. Ooh, another good name. It was his 10th goal in the last 15 games, a rebound early in the second period that put the Capitals in total control, and is now 54 goals away from passing Wayne Gretzky, who has 894 goals. That's just in the NHL. If you want to count his WHA days, well, that's a little bit, you know. Yeah. 3 years away, I think maybe maybe 2. I would say 2, if he holds out that long. So anyway, Tom Wilson scored a shorthanded goal with just 2 minutes into the game and added an assist. That came a few hours, though, after hearing the passing of his grandfather. So this one was for him. It was Ovechkin's 36th goal this season as he jammed the puck by Jari 30 seconds into the second period. Nick Jensen followed 3 minutes later with his first goal since last April. Hendricks Lapierre's spin around move and shot from behind to beat Jari, extended to a 4-0 lead, sending the goaltender to the bench. Charlie Lindgren filled in for Darcy Kemper, made 39 saves for his 6th career shutout. The Capitals are on a roll. They've won 6 of their last 9 games and now are in a race for a playoff spot. So, Steve, you got to be happy about your Capitals right now, I think. You should be, because if you're not, I don't know what's going to make you happy. Yeah. I mean, because, there's a time of year when everybody's, scoreboard watching, as am I. So I keep tracks on this. And the Avalanche acquired for Brandon Duhaime from the Wild Thursday in exchange for a 2026 third-round draft pick, excuse me. Also on Thursday, the Avalanche acquired forward Yakov Taran in a trade, while the Predators in exchange for defenseman Jeremy Hansel, without Gretel, and a 2025 third-round pick. Oh, boy. Taran has 10 goals in the year with 4 assists in 60 games. The Avalanche are coming up a very busy Wednesday, a trade-related action, as they grab forward Casey Mindestalt from the Buffalo Sabres, who are having a terrible year, and defenseman Sean Walker from the Flyers. The pending unrestricted free agent comes team-friendly $1.1 million deal in another twist. Duhaime could make his debut with the Avalanche. He made his debut last night against the Minnesota Wild, his former team. Okay, isn't that interesting? Hey guys, remember me? You traded me just a few days ago. Yeah, whatever. I'm home. Oh boy. Just a little friendly rivalry, guys. But it's always tough, I think, when that happens when a team gets traded and then you come back and play against them. There's got to be some kind of, I don't know, what kind of feeling would you get from that? Let's say if you were a professional athlete, let's say if Steve was traded from the Capitals to, say, the Islanders, yuck, and you went back and played against your former team, what would you get? Yeah. Oh, yeah, but how would you feel though going up against your former team? Yeah. Right. Right. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Or as the old saying goes, "You'll be sorry." Oh boy, I had to throw it in. Yes. All right. So the Steelers continue their saving spree as they release wide receiver Allen Robinson, a move that trims 10 million against the cap. That's a lot of money. Coupled with the release on Friday of cornerback Patrick Peterson, the Steelers created nearly 17 million of additional cap space before free agency takes effect on Wednesday, as I mentioned. The Steelers acquired Robinson in a trade with the Rams in April of last year. That swapped seven round picks in addition to picking up the long-term wide receiver. Robinson, well, he really wasn't productive in overall stagnant offense that only required 280 receiving yards on 34 catches. That was his lowest total since he was injured in the 2017 season. He also had a career low of 8.2 yards per reception. Although he was a key contributor as a wide blocking wide receiver and a strong voice in the locker room, I think he pretty much knew his time was over in the Steel City, which I think was time for him to go on anyway. So, and if you're not that productive anyway, bring what you are, that would be, I think, the right move to make, getting traded somewhere else. Any thoughts, guys? Anybody? Yeah, from the Steelers. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It was cornerback Patrick Peterson. Yes, yes, yeah, right, yes. Oh, one more. Oh, I got more football news here. Yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good this year, guys. Tyron Matthew and the Saints reportedly agreed to a 2-year deal on Thursday, according to Nolingus Football. I had to throw that in. ESPN reported the contract is worth 13 million. The safety was headed to the final year of his deal with the Saints and would have accounted for one of the bigger salary cap hits of the season for about 12 million. Cutting Matthew would have saved the Saints effectively nothing, but restructuring or extending the deal offered the salary cap ridden team more spending flexibility ahead of the new league year, which begins on Wednesday. Matthew is coming off a season with 75 tackles and 9 pass deflections, 4 interceptions, a touchdown, and a partridge in a pear tree for his hometown team. The three-time Pro Bowler joined. I had to throw it in. Three-time Pro Bowler joined the Saints in 2022 after spending 3 seasons with the Kansas City Chiefs, where he won a Super Bowl with them. Keep that in mind. In 2 seasons, the Big Easy, as they call it, Matthews has started in 34 games with 166 tackles, 17 passes defended, and 7 interceptions. Despite finishing second in the NFC South with division with a record of 9-8, they missed the playoffs by virtue of the tiebreaker with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. How do you like that? Losing to a tiebreaker. Yeah. Is there no justice? Yeah. Yes. All right. Ooh. Free agent tight end Jonnu Smith and the Dolphins have reached agreement on a 2-year deal worth $10 million. The Dolphins have struggled to get production under head coach Mike McDaniel. Mike Galesk as the Dolphins tight ends with 362 yards in the 2022 season, and Durham Smith did so with 366 yards last season. The Dolphins addressed the situation, drafting Elijah Higgins in the 6th round, but was not on the roster, and the spot went to undrafted free agent Julian Hill. Yeah, dirty, no good. Smith slots as the Dolphins' best receiving tight end, with Hill becoming more of a blocker and Smythe operating in more of a hybrid role. They have that now? Okay. Smith was released by the Dirty Birds, you call them the Falcons, just last week, less than a year after they acquired him from the Patriots. Less than a year. Give the guy a break. Yeah, Dirty Birdie. Smith was selected in the 3rd round of the 2017 draft by the Titans, and has played 107 games with 78 starts. He caught 219 passes for 2,493 yards and 20 touchdowns for the Titans, or you call them the Patriots, and the Falcons. Remember, guys, you always know a team. You always have a team that I don't like. After 8 years of doing this, we should know that by now. Yeah. All right. MLB catcher Mike Zeno, who has played in the majors for 11 seasons for 3 different teams, announced his retirement on Wednesday. Though my time as a player has come to an end, my passion for the game remains. You got to have the passion. You got to have that. As strong as ever. I eagerly anticipate exploring new avenues to contribute to the sport, said Zeno in a social media post through his representatives at Wasserman Baseball. Zeno batted 199 with 149 home runs, 372 RBIs, and 892 career games. He played his first 6 seasons with the Mariners before heading to the Rays and then the Guardians. He only made 1 All-Star appearance, though, and that was in 2021 with the Rays, and finished 20th in AL MVP voting. He finished the season with 33 home runs and 62 RBIs. I thought it would have been better than that, but Yep. And any thoughts on the retirement of Kelsey, though, before we do the This Week in History? Yeah. You think so? Uh-huh. Yes. Yeah. Do you really think so, huh? All right. Uh-huh. Right. Well, I would just shake it off. Shake it off. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, boy. All right. So I'm going to do some This Week in History. Boy, we had a good week here. Like I said, we can't do all the items because that would take too long. And I don't want to cut into anybody else's show here, of course. So we'll just do probably like the more recent sports history. There we go. Well, this thing takes forever to load up, though. Yeah. All right. Okay, there we go. There we go. All right. Ooh, this week in Olympic history. Yeah, well, yeah, another 4 months to go in the Summer Olympics. Thank goodness. All right. 1895. Oh, the Victoria Rink, Montreal, Quebec. Montreal Victorias clinches the trophy as Montreal beats Queen's University Kingston, Ontario 5-1 in the early days of the Stanley Cup. A far cry from what it is now. Okay. 1936, Babe Ruth turns down the Reds to make a comeback as a player. Ooh. And I think that is one of the best seasons there. Okay, 1958, Detroit Pistons forward George Yardley III scores 26 points in a 111-90 defeat over the Syracuse Nationals, the first NBA player to score 2,000 points in a season. You now call the Syracuse Nationals the Philadelphia 76ers. 1961, the Philadelphia Warriors center Wilt the Still Chamberlain scores 67 points in a 135-126 win over my Knicks. Thanks a lot. Oh, boy. History was made on the wrong side of the tracks this day in 1972 as players on the White Sox vote 31-0 in favor of a strike if necessary, and that turned out to be the first Major League Baseball strike in baseball history. Though I think it only lasted 8 days. Okay. 1979, former MLB Commissioner Bowie Kuhn orders baseball to give equal access to female reporters. I remember when Bowie Kuhn was the commissioner. Oh, what, am I that old? Wow. 1984, the Sixers blocked 20 Seattle shots, tying an NBA regulation game record. You now call them OKC. Tim Witherspoon beats Greg Page and 12 for the heavyweight boxing championship. Wow. 1986, Duke beats Georgia Tech 68-67. Wow. In the ACC championship. Joe Dumars of Detroit begins an NBA free throw streak of 62 games. Wow. 1983, the Penguins begin an NHL record of a 17-game winning streak. And 1995, a baseball awards a franchise to the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. And yet the strike wasn't even over yet. Well, it wasn't. 1997, and North Carolina beats NC State in the ACC championship game. In 2002, Joe Sakic played his 1,000th career NHL game. I like Sakic. In 2013, Bernard Hopkins defeats Tavorius Cloud to win the IBF heavyweight title. Yeah. Yes. Oh, yeah. And they got some cloud after that. Okay. Ooh, I think it's time for me to split. All right, guys. So we're going to wrap it up. I want to thank everybody for our great show this week. We had our highest total of the year, I believe. That was a great show from our 301. Next week, we're going to be focusing a lot more on college basketball as the conference tournaments will be in progress. So get your basketball game and gear because we're going to need it over the next couple of weeks. Believe me. Thank you. Now it's 301, but thank you. Right. That's a technicality. All right. So make way for. I love you guys too. Yes. And and thanks, Mom and Dad, as well. Okay, so we're gonna split. I don't want to run to Rasal's show. He does a great show. Check him out coming up next. And on that note, we'll see you next week, same time, same bad channel. Now I just gotta get out of here and do this stuff, and I'll say split. So on that note, next week, same time. Good night, everybody. No. Good night, folks. Oh, no.